Oh, are you guys ready to listen for our lesson today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Let's take a look at here, right?
Money. Knowing our rights.
Yes, knowing our right. Our topic for today is about knowing our rights. So you and I have rights. We all know that everybody actually have the right? We have the right to know a lot, right to education, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're going to discuss for today. Now I want you to watch a short video first before we start. So what do you think are the rights in this video? Eyes here, please.
Have you ever wondered if children have rights? Every person on the planet has rights, and so does every child. Child rights mean that we have the right to everything that helps us be healthy and happy. Nutrition and good health, good schooling, freedom of expression, and protection from anything that may be harmful. Every child has the right to good health care and nutrition. It does not matter if one is a boy or a girl. Every child has the right to education. It does not matter who we are or where we come from. Each one of us should be able to complete school. Each one of us has the right to protection, which means that we need to be safe from all sorts of violence, whether at school or the street or even at home. Just because we are children does not mean that our opinions can be silenced. Only we know what it is to be children. It is everyone's responsibility to ensure that every child has the right to survival, development, protection, and participation. We deserve to be healthy, happy, and full of hope. And we can't do it alone. You made a promise to ensure every right for every child 30 years ago. What are you doing to keep the promise today?
All right, so have you guys listened carefully?
UNICEF.
Is it Lagi or what?
It's not. It's not UNICEF. Not like. Teacher, I started to get like I couldn't hear a bit of the story. I couldn't hear it a bit because I couldn't hear it a bit. Then you muted me.
Okay, so do you want to watch again?
Yeah, I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Because I think that some of you
Yes.
not able.
I already watched it or I already heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't heard it properly. I didn't heard the middle part.
Okay, so we're gonna play it one more time, and I want you to listen carefully.
Okay.
What are the rights given? Okay, what are the rights of every child?
Teacher, I finished the module. I finished the module.
Mm-hmm. Again, let's watch again. Eyes here. Johan.
Have you ever wondered if children have rights? Every person on the planet has rights, and so does every child. Child rights mean that we have the right to everything that helps us be healthy and happy. Nutrition and good health, good schooling, freedom of expression, and protection from anything that may be harmful. Every child has the right to good health care and nutrition. It does not matter if one is a boy or a girl. Every child has the right to education. It does not matter who we are or where we come from. Each one of us should be able to complete school. Each one of us has the right to protection, which means that we need to be safe from all sorts of violence, whether at school or the street or even at home. Just because we are children does not mean that our opinions can be silenced. Only we know what it is to be children. It is everyone's responsibility to ensure that every child has the right to survival, development, protection, and participation. We deserve to be healthy, happy, and full of hope. And we can't do it alone. You made a promise to ensure every right for every child 30 years ago. What are you doing to keep the promise today?
All right. So what are the rights that was mentioned in the video?
Survival.
Nutrition,
Right for nutrition, right for survival, protection,
Protection, and development.
and development.
Health and happiness.
Right for happiness, right for education, right? There are lots of rights that was being mentioned in the
Protection.
video.
protection.
Okay, so this time we're going to learn more about them, about the rights. So as what we all know in the video, it was already mentioned. The first one to be discussed is the right to be born. Okay, so here, have you heard the news about parents that infants, the baby ones that was being thrown at the garbage? Have you heard news about that? Babies that were found at the riverside, the street. Have you heard news about that? Okay, so that is really common. Very common, especially this, right?
Moses.
Okay, so it is the right of every child to be born. Okay, be given a name to live and to enjoy his or her nationality. While inside the mother's womb, when we were still inside our mother's tummy, a child is already cared for, ensured that he or she will be born healthy. The mother consults the doctor and she wants to be sure that the child inside her is healthy and strong. So the mother likewise drinks milk and takes vitamins for herself and her unborn child. So when we were still inside the tummy, we were taken care by our mom. Because our mom also know that we have the right to be born, right? That's why they take good care of us. Like they always drink vitamins and milk for us to be developed properly. So as soon as a child is born, he or she is given a name by his or her parents. And his or her nationality will depend on the nationality of his or her parents, right? It will be so weird if our parents are both Filipinos and then they give birth to us and we became German, Spanish people, right? It's weird. So, whatever the nationality our parents are, that is also our nationality. Not unless we were born in different country, okay? If a child loses both parents, he or she may be brought to the orphanage where he or she will be taken care of. He or she may also be adopted by other families to give him or her a chance to live as well. Okay, so if a child lose both of his or her parents, the tendency is that he or she will be sent to the orphanage. And that's the time that the DSWD, as what we have discussed last time, the Department of Social Welfare and Development, is in charge of taking care of the abandoned children or orphaned kids. Okay, so next you have the right to have a loving and caring family. Who among you here have a loving and caring family? Raise your hand if you have one.
Yeah, one.
Good job, right? So I guess most of us here, I mean all of us here, yes, have a loving and caring family. Mm. So we are so lucky to have them as our family. Okay, because not all kids, especially the kids on the street, they don't have a family that they can call. So we're so lucky and we should be thankful all the time. So it is the right of every children to be loved by their parents, and parents takes care of and provide the needs of the child. The child needs food, clothing, shelter, and most of all, a child needs love and care. So the time and attention that parents give their children are important. This is how trust and love between children and parents are built and strengthened. Okay. So a growing child also needs to be brought to places to widen his or her horizon. The environment has an important effect on the mind of a child, and he learns many things when going to different places. As a child grows, the whole family looks after him or her, right? So everybody has the right to be brought to places as well. Okay, so it's really important. Next, the right to become healthy and strong. Can you please read this one? Sean?
Okay, so parents provide the child the chance to grow strong and healthy. Before a child is born, he or she is already cared and love child is given milk and vitamins. He or she is also brought the doctor for checkup and vaccination against disease. A child is given a bath every day. He or she is given nutrients food the
Nutritious
moment
food?
he or she nutritious food the moment he or she can already eat solid food.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so every child has the right to be healthy and strong, right? That's why our parents provide us um, vitamins and nutritious food. Okay, so it actually helps us develop, and it actually helps our immune system as well and the development of our brain and our body. So please continue this part right here, Zach.
Mother are told to breathe, feel their child, their children. Breastfeed. Their father can no longer breastfeed. She and other members of the family make sure that the water or feeding bottles they use to feed the baby are clean. The child is also message for him or her to become strong, energetic as baby strong. He or she is given choice to appropriate for his or her age. He or she is nutrients food. He or she is also made of exercise. All of this given to the child ensures that he or she will be healthy and strong.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. Right. So,
Teacher, can I drink water?
okay. All right. So that is actually true. Mothers are told to breastfeed their children. And if the mother can no longer breastfeed, he and the other members of the family make sure that the water and feeding bottles they use to feed the baby are
Milk
clean.
water.
Right? So when you were a kid, you always like drink a lot of milk, and it's fine. Now let's go over. This time is the right to play and relax. Can you please read this part right here, Aldez?
A child learns inside and outside the home. He or she plays with to be happy and learn many things. He or she gains friends and discipline, fairness, with others.
All right, so a child learns inside and outside the home. He or she plays with people to be happy and to learn many things. Know that when you learn, you know that when you play with other people, with other kids, you will also learn things. You also gain something from your friends. Also learn discipline, fairness, and how to deal with others properly, right? You notice that one? Mm. Next, right to education. Can you please read this one right here? Liza?
And it, it is right of every child to study and learn. The first teachers of the child are the are the parents when the child is already 5 years old. He or she goes to school as a preschooler. It is the right of every child to learn in order to become independent. He or she will also learn to defend himself or herself so he or she will not be abused.
Exactly, okay? So, every child really have the right for education. That's why in our country we have private school and public school, right? Those people who got money can send their kids to private school, but those people who don't have money they can always send their kids to public school because our country know that every child has the right to education. Okay. All right, next let's have the right to enrich talents and skills. Can you please read this part right here, Abby?
Okay. Children have different talents and skills. They can also practice these talents and skills. Some children are born with natural talents, some talents are taught. Children can improve their talents, especially when properly guided.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so every children have different talents, right? Do you agree with that? Do you
I don't
think
know what is
do
my
you think you
talent.
do you think you have talents and skills?
Yeah.
I do
Let's
not
say,
know what my talent.
are you sure?
I think my talent is singing.
Yes, you can say you have the talent to dance, to sing, to paint, right? We all
To
have our
find.
talents.
I
You
can
know,
ride a bicycle.
all right. So we have different types of talents and skills. Everybody knows that. Okay. Even your mom already knew what's your talent and skills are. You
Okay.
can ask them.
I know how to cook.
Know how to
I know my
cook.
talent already is
Yes. Like
singing.
to, like drawing, painting,
I
right?
feel like Alessandra drawing because her drawing is really nice.
Everybody has their own talents and skills. Some children are born with natural talents. Like example, natural. If you see natural talents like singing, they have this really nice voice, natural voice. The arts, dancing. Mm. So children can improve their talents, especially when properly guided. That's why we always need guide. Children who sing well, dance well, draw well, act well, play musical instruments well, or good at sports can still become better. There are teachers who are good in teaching students to become better at what they are already good at. Example, music class, your music teacher. Okay. So the students should study continuously in order to improve their talents. Next, you have the right to live peacefully and safely. Can you please read this one right here? Byron.
Piron. What? It
Wala,
is
not
the
this one.
right of every child to live in a safe and peaceful community. It should begin at home, household wares, and appliances. Appliances such as knives, incidents, matches, matchsticks, and
Matchsticks.
many others are dangerous to children. Family
Quarrels
quarrels
must
must not be
be.
heard
Mhm.
and listened by children. To the church produce life of peaceful life to child princess, ministers, posters,
Pastors.
husband,
Mm-mm.
and the elders good.
Guide
The children guide the
the
children
children to
have
have.
a picture fit to God.
Okay, right. So every child has also the right to live peacefully and safely. So it is the right of every child to live in a safe and peaceful community. And it should be begin at home. Okay. So our parents already knew what are the things to do inside the house to avoid injuries or accidents. That's why they keep knives, insecticides, matchsticks, and other dangerous objects to the children. So family quarrels must not be heard. Okay, so that's why when you notice some of our parents actually when they had a fight, they fight in their room quietly. They don't shout it out loud. Okay, because it's not good. They know that it's not good for the kids like you. All right, so we will just continue the rest next time. And we will have the quizzes next time, next class as well. Okay? Right. So let's say goodbye for now. Goodbye, everyone, and see you later in music class.
Music is next.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Here, he